One other story I want to get to. Nick is here, my producer of the JLP show, the anchor baby. He's here. And there was a guy, a black guy, that allegedly was shot by some white guy down in Georgia. And now the blacks are starting to protest, have rallies, talking about how the blacks are being killed when they leave their homes. Lord have mercy. And they're not waiting for the whole story. All they need to know, was it a white person that did it or accused of doing it? That's all they need to know. They're going to come out of the woodwork. But they're not going to come out of the woodwork to shut down the 70% of abortion mills in the black community. They ain't coming out for that. They're not going to come out for 70% or over now out of wedlock babies. They're not coming out against black-on-black crime in most major cities in this country. They're not coming out and protesting black on white killing, robbing and raping and murdering. They're not coming out to cut black people out from being on welfare, begging for affirmative action and reparations. Nothing good. You won't hear from them. But let a black man, let a white man or a white woman be accused of doing anything to a black. They don't care what type of person the black was. They'll come out and woodwork for evil, but not for good. So this is from CBS News. Family demands. Should I let you lay it out before I play the tape?
No,
the video.
You're going the right way. Let's let CBS lay it out first.
Oh, okay. CBS News. Family demands arrest after son was fatally shot while jogging. You hear that, right? While jogging. Here's the story.
More than 100 people protested in Brunswick, Georgia last night after a video emerged showing the shooting death of 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery. More than 2 months ago is when the shooting happened. The two other men say it was self-defense. Omar Villafranca has the video, and we have to warn you ahead of time, it is disturbing.
The witness is recording the moment Arbery was confronted by Gregory McMichael and his son Travis, who shot Arbery twice with a shotgun.
What do you hope this video proves?
Proves that my son was not committing a crime. He was out for his daily jog, and he was hunted down like an animal and killed.
Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, says she has not seen the video because it is just too painful to watch.
Is it something you plan to watch?
It's going to take some time. It won't be today or tomorrow. It may not be in months.
The graphic video shows Travis McMichael, who appears to be standing outside the parked truck, and Arbery struggling over what looks to be a shotgun. Gregory McMichael told investigators he thought Arbery was a burglary suspect and ordered him to stop. McMichael then said Arbery violently attacked his son Travis. The prosecutor, who previously had the case, says Travis acted out of self-defense and within the scope of Georgia's citizen arrest statute. Marcus Arbery says his son was not a criminal and was just out for his usual jog around his own neighborhood.
Because he loved to stay in shape. He stayed a street over from where he got killed at.
Lee Merritt is one of the attorneys who represents Arbery's family.
After seeing this video, law enforcement has no other choice. They need to go out and make an arrest today.
Fellow Arbery family attorney Ben Crump says this shooting bears some similarities to another one of his cases from 2012, Trayvon Martin.
This killing was completely unnecessary and unjustified. And like so many people advocated in Trayvon Martin's case, people should not try to take the law into their own hands.
Amazing. These people come out of the woodwork. The devils come out of hell when these incidents happen. They don't give it a chance. And black folks, whatever this incident is, it didn't happen to all blacks. It just happened to one black. One black man, two white men seem to be involved. It ain't all blacks. You're not every black. If you are, you're dumb. This race hustler LeBron James tweeted, "We are literally hunted every time." Isn't that something? We are literally hunted every time we step foot outside the comforts of our own homes. LeBron should be ashamed, but he's evil. He doesn't care. Another race hustler. Only time you're really putting your life at risk when you step outside your home, when you live in the hood, and another black person will take your life. Or you white, and the blacks are roaming the suburbs trying to find white people that they can rob, steal, and kill from. LeBron is a liar. And then they say these things, and all the blacks and the white liberals pretend they are so outraged. But they don't do it for good, only do it for stupid stuff. Here's another headline. And where did you get this from?
Daily Mail.
The Daily Mail. He was lynched. Parents of unarmed black jogger, 25, shot and killed by two white men. Question: why the vigilantes haven't been arrested? See those headlines? They're just set up to go after the angry blacks.
Even Joe Biden got in on it too.
What did Joe say?
Joe Biden he was like, this is clearly something about it being clearly a murder, and they should be investigated, and he's looking for justice.
He tweeted that out.
Yeah, he tweeted that out. He's looking for justice.
Did Joe Biden know that he was in the United States when he wrote it? Joe Biden doesn't know if he's going or coming. Just someone tweeted for him?
Oh, right.
'Cause he doesn't seem to have sense enough to do that.
His handlers.
So that's what they're showing you. And remember, the father or the mother said, "Oh, my boy was just out jogging. He's not a criminal.
He just wanted exercise.
He just wanted to exercise, keep his fine body." Or his body in shape or something they said.
I don't know if they said fine body, but they might have. I don't know.
I don't think so. Something they said stupid.
There's just like it's so usual in these types of cases that there's always a little bit more. Yeah, people don't want to wait.
Here's what Joe Biden tweeted. The video is clear. What's the boy name?
Ahmaud Arbery.
Ahmaud Arbery was killed in cold blood. Joe Biden doesn't even know he's on Earth. The video is clear. Arbery was killed. Ahmaud Arbery was killed in cold blood. My heart goes out to his family. Everybody's heart going out. I'm so sick of these heart going out. Ain't nobody got no heart left. It's going out to every situation. My heart goes out to his family. We deserve justice. I mean, who deserve justice and deserve it now? It is time for a swift, full, and transparent investigation into this murder. And oh, by the way, I'm adding this. Joe didn't say this part. And oh, by the way, don't forget to vote for me in November. Black people, I love y'all. I don't feel no ways toward. I feel like going on. That's Joe Biden tweet, except the last portion.
Pretty much.
So here is the real story. And just FYI, I don't know yet what happened completely with this situation. So I have no personal opinion about it at this point. But here's the real story on Ahmaud Arbery.
Yes, and
my producer have the real story.
Well, we have the details as far as we know, right? As far as we know today. And there's more. There's stuff that's left out, stuff that maybe paints more of a picture that's not in the CBS News report and all that.
What's his name?
Ahmaud Arbery.
So you're giving us information about.
If you follow along the CBS News reports and the main headlines, you'll believe that Greg McMichael, the father of the man that shot Ahmaud Arbery, he just simply mistook him for a burglar. He thought he was a burglar that he had seen last, chased him down with a gun, and then proceeded to shoot him and and shoot him in the broad daylight in the streets, and he hasn't been arrested for it. But things that you may not know is that, for example, the Brunswick News reported that they had, in fact, called the police department before this because they to report a pistol being taken from his pickup truck, right? And when Ahmaud Arbery ran by their home, according to the police report, Greg and Travis had recognized him. They armed themselves and proceeded to follow him and chase him, right? They chased him in his truck, and then when they caught up to him, according to a report, they asked him to stop, right? To stop, and they wanted to talk to him. Now, this is where you see a car following them and filming them. And in this video, you see that a fight breaks out. Ahmaud Arbery charges at Travis, the man holding the gun. You hear the shots ringing out, and then soon later you see Ahmaud Arbery collapse, and that's where he died from his injuries, right? So, do you mind playing C quickly, really quickly?
So I must warn you, this is very, what do you call that word?
Graphic.
Graphic.
Because they didn't play the full thing in CBS, although I got this from CNN, so they did play the full thing.
For all those whose hearts are going out, this is very graphic, so be aware. It's up to you to watch it. Go ahead. So this is the car following the truck?
Right. So it cuts out when the man drops to his death. It's too graphic, but basically that's the full video, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's at that moment when the fight broke out that the father, Gregory, alleges that Ahmaud Arbery violently attacked his son, right? And they began a struggle for the firearm, for control of the firearm, right? So a little bit about Greg. Greg is a retired working with 30 years with the district attorney's office. And other things that you may not know is that Ahmaud Arbery himself, he was involved. He was a convicted criminal arrested in 2012 for bringing a handgun into a Brunswick High School basketball game. And he ran from that. Court records show that Arbery was also convicted for shoplifting and violating probation.
Sound like Trayvon Martin.
That's what a lot of Benjamin Crump will have you believe, right? So they attempted to stop Arbery, and then when he did not stop, the pursuit continued, and it escalated to what we see in the video, right?
So this black guy has a criminal record, according to the report.
Yes.
And in Georgia, you're allowed to do citizens arrest.
Right. So in both in the letter from the district attorney, responding to this police report and what happened, they make it clear that in Georgia you're in fact allowed a citizen's arrest, as Greg calls it, is allowed. That's a totally lawful thing to do in Georgia.
All right. Open
carry, or carrying your firearms, citizen's arrest, and according to the district attorney, he was within his rights, and it was self-defense, right? According to the district attorney, right? So it raises a lot more questions, for stuff that we don't know. It raises a lot more questions than what we.
That's why it's more to the story when you see these same old blacks come out raising hell. They don't stand up for good citizens, but they will stand up for the bad, the wrong.
Right. In fact, there's a little clip I have of. There's just more. Do you mind playing this little clip? B. It's just more news reports on it and what they want you to see versus what's really going on. And it's people in the community reacting.
All right, of course.
I was extremely disheartened. Literally, upon viewing the video, I began to cry. To believe that human beings could treat another human being that way. And of course, we see stuff on TV, but to be able to see it for yourself, him fearing for his life, and being trapped like some animal between two cars, while men with guns sat there trying to take his life as he fought for his life. it was extremely disheartening.
We went to the neighborhood today, as we always would, to try to talk to witnesses, to try to even talk to those that were seen in the video, to get their take on this story. And while we were there, we had been videoing for a few moments when suddenly this happened. Now, that is the sound of semi-automatic gunfire. Nobody was hit, nobody was hurt. I can't even say for sure if that wasn't someone firing blanks or maybe even had a good sound system. What I can say is it was clearly being directed at us, and the message was that we were not wanted in that neighborhood.
Amazing.
The tricks they will play.
I'm telling you.
The way they want you to see things. But I mean, the fact that Georgia law allows the citizen's arrest, because they're trying to say they shouldn't have even been chasing him in the first place, right? The fact that he's allowed to carry his firearms, and according to the DA, was totally justified in his deadly force reaction. I don't know. I think that there's more to it, and I think it's best to have a, as you say, a wait and see attitude.
A wait and see attitude. And this is LeBron James, the soccer player. He what?
Close enough.
He's a soccer player.
Basketball
right?
player.
Who?
LeBron James.
Oh, he's not a soccer player?
No.
Oh, he sounds like a soccer player.
Hey.
LeBron James said, "We are literally hunted every time." Who is we? We are not literally. I've never been hunted. Even under Jim Crow law, never hunted. And so the blacks act like it's a we, like they're all one. And so when it happened to one bad, I don't know this guy's background, based on what you said there and written, he act like it's we. What the?
Yeah.
And that, so it's a neighborhood mixed or something? Because they said the black boy lived a street over from that street. So it sounds like it's a mixed neighborhood.
Well, yeah, that's what the father said, Ahmaud Arbery. He's said that he only lived a street over where he was jogging. Although I've seen stuff that says that he was a lot farther. I could be wrong, though. That is the father, right?
Do you know if that car that was following, was that intentionally following, or they just happened to be driving down the road?
According to the police report suggests that there was a third person involved. And so that may be the person who was filming, but I don't have any more information.
Oh, okay.
But according to the police report, it's like there may have been a third person involved.
That was filming.
They didn't say that, but
they just said maybe been a third person involved.
They just said,
but look, like, I can tell that car just happened to be driving down the road and this was happening, or it was set up where he can film it, or the driver can film it.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I see Joel asking what a citizen's arrest is.
Right.
I believe a citizen's arrest is basically detaining someone until police arrives.
Yeah.
Someone that you believe there's probable cause that they committed a crime, and probable cause means that you have that you witnessed them or got information that they may have committed a crime.
Right. When one citizen can arrest another citizen and hold them for the cops to come.
Right.
Again.
You just detain them.
Right. You detain
until
them
the cops arrive.
Citizen arrest used to be normal in this country.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I was growing up, it was that way. You can make a citizen arrest.
And in fact, according to that same letter from the DA did confirm that he did have that probable cause of a crime being committed, that he was justified in thinking that he may have committed a crime.
Oh yeah.
Which fits with the law, which fits with Georgia's law of citizen's arrest.
So the white guy in the truck was justified in believing that the black boy was
right. Because you first have to have that probable cause that he committed a crime for you to do the citizen's arrest.
Right. And so they were thinking that he took the gun from the truck.
According to Brunswick News, that they had called the cops about that.
And this guy had been arrested before.
About a burglary.
So he had a criminal.
Right.
And there had been a burglary down in the neighborhood somewhere.
So yes, that's the report that the Brunswick that I'm talking about, that a burglary was committed before, and it involved a pistol being taken from the man's truck,
right.
McMichael's truck.
The one thing I want to say is that this is going to last until November. They're going to suck the life out of this, and they're going to end up blaming it on the president. Oh, the president bringing out white supremacists. Everybody think they can do what they want because of the president. They're going to blame it on Trump, the great white hope. And they're going to suck the life out of it. They're going to make it last until November if they can. Believe me. And to the blacks, you're not every black. You're just one black person. You're you. You're not every black. And the man that was saying that he cried in the neighborhood was so hurt. Why don't you cry about black on black crime? Why aren't you crying about black abortions? 70% of Planned Parenthood abortion mills in the inner cities. Last report I've seen, maybe low now or higher, something like 1,200 black babies aborted every day. Why aren't you crying about that? Out of wedlock birth. Black people playing victim. Your tears are for the wrong tears, buddy. Or they fake. Or they never happen anyway. Just FYI. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's pretty much it. But because I want to prove that you're right, that they're gonna suck the life out of this and really squeeze every drop out. There's a picture, Joel. It's of Al Sharpton. Do you have that picture? I think Al Sharpton is holding some kind of event about this.
Of course.
It involves It involves Lee Merritt, Benjamin Crump, all the usual suspects, and I believe they're holding some kind of online event. There it is. We demand justice. Wow.
See that?
Oh.
All the dirty blacks.
And it's for May 8th, this Friday. Is it an online event, Joel? Can you see what it's saying? Moderated by Reverend Al Sharpton. So I believe it's an online Facebook Live event. And so that's what they're going to be, I guess, talking about, what's the case and everything about it.
Oh, yeah.
And look, it's all the usual suspects, Al Sharpton.
All the crooks.
Yep. So this live event, I believe, is probably going to have a chat. It's probably going to have
a Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, they're gonna suck the life out of it.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna raise Trayvon Martin from the dead. That's the they're gonna no. We ain't heard the last of this one. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's gonna take all of us to do it.